Today, inshallah, we are going to continue our series about the lives of the prophets. We're talking about a very eminent, one of the leaders, one of the best. He is among Ulul Azm min al-Rusul. He is also known as Abul Anbiya, the father of the prophets. The reason for this is that Ibrahim alayhi salam had two children who became prophets, and that was Ismail and Ishaq. And Ismail alayhi salam, if you follow his lineage, it goes directly all the way down to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If you follow the lineage of Ishaq, he was the father of Yaqub, who was a prophet. Yaqub was the father of Yusuf, who was a prophet. Because all these prophets came from Ibrahim alayhi salam, he is known as Abul Anbiya, the father of the prophets. So if you ever ask the question, why is Ibrahim known as the father of the prophets? This is your answer. We're going to start today Ibrahim as a young boy. As a young boy. And this is to teach you that even if you are young, boy or girl, you have responsibility. Responsibility to teach. If you have family members, even if it is your father, even if it is your mother, your siblings, if they don't know and you have knowledge, you should teach them. Ibrahim alayhi salam, Allah Azza wa Jalla speaking on his tongue, he said, إِنِّي قَدْ جَاءَنِي مِنَ الْعِلْمِ مَا لَمْ يَأْتِكَ فَاتَّبِعْنِي أَهْدِكَ صِرَاطًا سَوِيًّا. Imagine a young boy telling his father, "Oh my father, it has come to me a knowledge that did not come to you. So follow me, I will guide you to the right path. I will show you the path." These are the words of Ibrahim as a young boy to his father. What was his relationship with his father? His father, according to some Mufassirin, by the name of Azara. But some say Azara was not his biological father, but he was his uncle who raised him, so known also as his father. He was addressed as his father. So there is ikhtilaf. Was he his real father, biological, or was he his uncle who raised him? Because you know, in the Arabic culture, your father's younger brother or older brother is also your father, even in some African cultures. So Azara, at any rate, is a father figure to Ibrahim alayhi salam. But this Azara had a job, he had an occupation. His job was to make idols. Imagine Ibrahim, a prophet, someone who is about to be a prophet. But his father, who's raising him in his household, his job is to make idols and sell them at the marketplace. Ibrahim, as a young boy, did not like these gods. He used to play with them, throw them on the floor. His father used to be very upset. He did not like this. Ibrahim told his father and the people in the city, "Why do you worship that which cannot see you, cannot hear you, nor can benefit you? These idols that you worship, they cannot see you. These idols that you worship, they cannot hear you. These idols that you worship, they cannot benefit you. So why do you worship them? Ya abati la ta'budu shaytan. Inna shaytana kana lirrahmani asiyya." He said to the father, "Oh my father, imagine this is the son giving ma'idha, giving advice, warning to the father." That's why I said earlier, even if you are young, a young boy, a young girl at home, don't say, "I cannot say anything to my father," but say it nicely. If you know something your parents don't know, if you know something somebody older than you, they don't know, you can give them reminder, you can remind them. But do it in a very nice way, in a very polite way, in a very respectful way. You don't come and disrespect your father or your mother in the name of "I want to teach them." No, you don't do that. Always be kind, be respectful when you want to remind somebody, whether they are older or younger. So Ibrahim is reminding his father, and the way he's doing it, "Ya abati, ya abati." Harfu nida. He's calling his father with respect. With respect. And a very endearing term, with respect. That is the same way his son Ismail will call him, Ya Abati, O my father. And that is the same way Ibrahim calls his son, Ya Bunay, O my beloved son. When you put the Ya before the name, you're saying, Oh my beloved. So Ibrahim as a young boy. So right now we are dealing with Ibrahim as a young boy. He was not even 13 or 14 years old. He was a teenager, preteen, a young boy. But he was conscious that he was not supposed to worship idols. He was conscious that his father should not worship idols because these idols cannot hear. They cannot see you. So if something cannot hear, if something cannot see you, how can they benefit you? He was already conscious of that. Ibrahim alayhi salam, in search of a God, in search of Allah, because at a young age, he had it in his heart that he was supposed to worship Allah. So first Ibrahim alayhi salam looked in the sky and he saw some stars. A young boy. He said, I think these stars are supposed to be Allah. They're supposed to be God. Because those are better than these idols. So the next day, he saw the stars disappear. Now he sees the moon. The moon is bigger than the stars. Then he says, if the moon is bigger, then I should be worshipping the moon. Maybe the moon is God. But the next day, when the moon disappeared, the sun came out. He said, maybe the sun is God. But all of this in search, he was looking for one ilah. But then he realized that the sun is not God. The moon is not God. The stars are not God. But the God, the owner of the stars, the owner of the moon, and the owner of the sun is Allah. Then he said, I will worship Allah. He was a young boy. And he had tawheed in his heart. He had the oneness of Allah in his heart. So he took it upon himself. Responsibility. He said, all these gods that they worship, one day I'm going to get rid of them. What happened? One day they had a celebration. All the people in the city, including his father, his uncles, his family members, they say, we are going to go out in the city and we'll have big festivals. And these festivals, we are going to bring out our gods. We're going to make sacrifices. We're going to have a party. We're going to have fun. Ibrahim alayhi salam staying home, his father told him, let's go. We have to go because it's a day to worship our gods. It's a day to have fun. It's a day of festivity. Ibrahim, it was the first day that he said something, the scholars say, it seemed or sounded like something that was not true in the open, but inside it was true. Inni saqim. Ibrahim alayhi salam, he said, I'm ill, I'm sick. What the father understood was he was not feeling well. His body, outwardly. That's why he wanted to stay home. But inside, the scholars say, when he said, Inni saqim, I'm sick of what you're doing. I'm ill of what these gods that you are worshipping. So the father let him stay. When the father let him stay, now they all went to worship their gods, to have a festivity, to drink, to party, to do all these great activities. Ibrahim stayed behind. He did not go. So the whole city was empty. Only one boy was remaining. Tomorrow we'll find out what happened, inshallah. We'll do it Monday, inshallah. Okay? Assalamu alaikum.